This is the Fender acoustasonic 90 guitar amp. It is designed for acoustic guitars, but it also serves very well for a number of different types of guitars. I will be using it for pedal steel. So on one side you have your instrument input, master volume. This is a feedback adjuster. It gets rid of feedback. It is programmable. It's a smart button. You can actually teach it to learn the frequencies that you're likely to get feedback from your particular band. You have treble, middle, and bass. That's self-explanatory. You have a lot of effects with the microscopic labeling, which is very hard to see on a stage or even sitting at home. And you do have a number, you can tell there's a number of chorus, and delay, reverb. I would like to use this about here. A little bit of delay and a little bit of reverb together. You cannot tune them separately. So you can either have delay on its own, reverb on its own, and there's no real way to change the delay speed or anything like that. You can change the depth of it with the FX level, but you cannot adjust your delay separate from your reverb if you want to use both at the same time, but there's a way around that. The next side of the amp has a combination instrument or microphone input. You do not have a mid-range, but you do have treble and bass, and it actually works pretty good. And you still have the feedback, the smart feedback. And you have a little less effects here than you do on the other side, but still that microscopic print that you cannot see on stage. And then your FX level. So I mentioned there's a trick around it. You can actually use a Y cable or a Y box and feed both sides. You can add your delay and your reverb separately and then adjust your volumes. So I could put reverb here, put my delay here, or vice versa, and adjust the two volumes. And then final, to give me a kind of a tunable way. Now the way that Fender has it set up is this is all done before the final amplification, which is done after. So you're getting a true 90 watts into 8 ohms. No matter if you use one side or both sides at the same time, you're going to get that full 90 watts. And that works out to be somewhere around 140 watts into a 4 ohm speaker. So technically this should be able to drive my Black Widow 15-inch. Mathematically, it should be 180 watts into 4 ohms, but you lose a lot in the translation. The amp may not be able to drive 4 ohms out well. I'm guessing somewhere around 140 watts into 4 ohms, just as a comparison. This amp should be loud enough for small to medium-sized venues. I'll be playing it in a fairly large space here, but there's no people around. So I don't really know how this performs in a packed event, but I'm going to find out at some point. So what does the acoustasonic 90 sound like? Well, this is on the instrument side. It's a little bit of delay, a little bit of reverb mixed together. Increase it if you want. You can also go straight reverb only. This will be one of the 3 or 4 reverbs it has on it. Or you just move it over to this side.